we got to go ahead and break the news here on Azeez Ojulari. A couple of you guys have already been asking about it here. But yeah, Azeez Ojulari is signing officially with the Eagles. It has signed with the Eagles, I should say, at this point. 1 year, $4 million deal. And I have 3 letters for y'all, W, T, and F. And that's not to say that Azeez Ojulari is some amazing player. I am not trying to say that. I'm going to say it this way. He wanted out or the Giants wanted him out. I will say that as a potential because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But the guy literally has 22 sacks in 30 NFL starts, 46 games overall. The guy is a legitimate guy to go ahead and get the quarterback. And let's be honest, they've got a couple of, they've got a couple of issues in Philadelphia. They lost Josh Sweat. Brandon Graham is rumored to be potentially retiring, along with, other moves they've made, because of retirements and all. To me, I just look at what happened here. And I say again, either he didn't want to be here or the Giants didn't want him here.
Or
both.
It could have been a little bit of both, but also
it's definitely not either. If they wanted it to be together still, they'd find a way to find $4 million to pay Azeez Ojulari.
Yeah. Or probably like 7 or 8, where he probably should have got paid.
You know what? I don't disagree with the number. I really don't. This is one of the rare free agent contracts where I'm like, yeah, that sounds what he should have gotten. Yeah. Because he can't stay healthy. He cannot stay healthy. Don't forget, guys, he dropped to the bottom of the second round because he couldn't be healthy when people originally had him pegged to be a potential top 10 pick.
So the only thing I think it was like Giants weren't that high paying him that much money. Granted, $4 million is like where it should be, and Giants probably would have offered him 5, I would have to assume, if he would have came back to him. But you also have to think about, you're going to a team that just won a Super Bowl. There's going to be a lot of press on you. There's going to be a lot of coverage on you. So if you want to try to rebuild your career, take that $4 million and you hope you get a $7-8 million contract next year.
Yeah.
Or you also make a buttload of money and advertisements, endorsements.
I don't know about that. I don't think Azeez Ojulari is going to be that guy to go ahead and get that.
But team press stuff.
Well, team press stuff, sure. But I mean, he's played 29 out of the 51 games in the last 3 years that he could have. That's how bad the injuries have been, guys.
Yep.
And I'll tell you this, guys, you want to get back to the Eagles? Run the ball down Azeez Ojulari's throat when we play him. Every time he's out, the running back goes right to Azeez Ojulari. We all saw it for how many years as a Giants fan. Azeez Ojulari cannot stop the run. Azeez Ojulari cannot set the edge. Can't do it. It's just not in his wheelhouse. What he can do and what he is he is the wish version of a pure pass rusher. What I mean by that is because of the injuries, I'm going to say that. But he is a guy that if you can go ahead and just limit him to third downs, long passing yards, 2-minute drills, stuff of that nature, he's going to be a good player for you. As Jace was kind of saying what I was kind of about to say a minute ago, I don't know if I want to go there, but Yannick Ngakoue, kind of very much like him. He can get to the quarterback, but he cannot stop the run. He's not a complete player, but he still has a role. And if we could have got him hypothetically, and again, we got conjecture at this point, or none of us know exactly what's going on here. But if we could have gotten him back for $4 million and put him in that kind of role, I'd been very much happy with it, very much okay with it.
Yep.
Because we weren't counting on him for anything major. He's good depth for us. But, that's just what he is at this point there. We know what he is now. He's been 4 years in the league. We've seen it. He's only ever been healthy his rookie year. That's it. And, eventually you're going to realize that's what he can do. If you think he's more, you're going to realize it because he cannot set the edge. Look how much that running game went crazy against us when Kayvon Thibodeau went out. It was a huge difference. It was a huge difference there. So, like I said, I don't wish him anything but best of luck with his career overall. Obviously, I wish him success, but not the Eagles. Same as we did with Adoree. Which, by the way, Adoree Jackson goes there. Azeez Ojulari goes there. Nick Gates went there last year. Paris Campbell. You're looking at Saquon Barkley, obviously. You realize like 10% of the Eagles roster is ex-Giants at this point?
Right? Sad.
Right?
Ugh.
At what point do you go, wait a minute, the team that just won the Super Bowl keeps taking our players?
Things
that make you go, like, maybe there's a problem. Maybe things are not as good as you think they are. And we think they're bad to begin with. Like that's, I think, like, if anybody else, okay, I'm going to use a word analogy, but I'm going to go with it, okay? Let's say you are running the Burger King company, okay? And all of a sudden, a bunch of your people leave and go be extremely successful at McDonald's, let's just say. Let's just say McDowell's so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully Eddie Murphy's listening.
Wouldn't you go, wait a minute, what the hell what am I doing? Something's wrong here. And I just don't feel like the Giants have that knowledge or ability to sit there and go, wait a minute here. Something's wrong with this picture. And that's sad and that's scary.
Yeah.
Really is. So, but like I said, hope the best for him. I will always root for everybody who was a Giant at some point, except for Eli Apple and a couple others. But, Kadarius Toney, those kind of people. But I got no beef with him. But I will post the same question I said with Adoree Jackson. Where's all the people pissed off? Is it just Saquon we get mad about?
Pretty much.
That's what I feel like. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Let's see here. We can go back to the comments now on that. Now we've talked about it. John says, "Buy Ojulari. What's with them taking our former players?" Shake my head. I didn't say smack my head this time. I didn't say it. I still want to say it. I still want to say it each time. John says, "How about losing Ojulari to a rival? Barkley, Adoree, Ojulari. They pick guys that rhyme." I guess they kind of rhyme.
A little bit.
Okay, I didn't think about that. There we go.
Barkley, Adoree, Ojulari.
Yeah. Let's see here. Going back here. We're going back. We're trying to go back to all the ones here.
We're gonna go back in comments.
Back in time.
Yeah.
All righty here. Let's see. Here we go. Jay says $4 million. I thought he would have got $10 million, to be honest. He didn't want to be here. Jay says Bryce Huff, they're trying to dump his gluteus maximus, to put it nicely. Jay says his brother can't stay healthy either. Deb says agree, Jay. And Mac, the Giants fan, says, why didn't they trade Azeez at the deadline? They reported interest. Why keep letting these guys leave and get nothing for them? Well, let's be honest here. We had let him leave. Imagine how bad the defense would have been then. We're putting Boogie Basham, Damone Fox as their starting edge rusher those days that Kayvon was out. I'm granted that didn't get us anything but a little bit of pride, but I don't know. I don't know what we would have gotten for him, really. We were going to get a 6th round pick for him.
We got your head coach and GM fired, maybe.
That's like I said. I don't know. And Jay says he'll go crazy on the Eagles. Watch it happen. Watch him be healthy. He says because the 6th round is a throwaway. I'm thinking that's to the Mac, the Giants fan there. So Jay's actually agreeing with us. Look at this. Matty Ice, we're better. We're going to be better without him. I can't say better without him, but I'm not going to say it's a massive loss. We're like, oh my God, what do we do now without Azeez Ojulari?
Yeah. I mean, we're very close to the draft.
Yeah.
Who knows what you get? You might get someone that plays just as good as he does over the course of the year.
Oh, yeah. And we got Chauncey. Chauncey's a better player. So, as Jason's getting on Ngakoue-esque, because everybody wants him for sacks, that gets rid of him for run defense. Exactly. The Giants said LMAO at the wish version. He is. Pale Rider says they most definitely are not a QB away, which is why. Let's see. We'll talk about that in part a little bit there. Jason says it's crazy. He's still only 24. He's a QB away from playing Washington football. Chris, if I could, I'd fire Shane and rehire him just so I could fire him again. I think there might be labor laws against these things. Jason says lots of ego from Joe Shame. He wants the team to be all of his guys. I don't think he wants to be all his guys. I really don't think he cares about that. If I'm being honest, not to stick up for Joe Shane here, but look at the guys he signed to big contracts. Besides, obviously, Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Gettleman guy, Daniel Jones, Gettleman guy, Andrew Thomas, Gettleman guy. Like, he has kept a decent amount of Gettleman guys. He's also let a lot of big names go in the process too. But the people he's kept have been Gettleman guys. So,
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.